Welcome back, sports gamers. Week 6 of our Ravens franchise season 2. Had a big win last week, dominant win against the Dolphins, and really honestly was surprised because the user that came in with some hoopla had won Super Bowl, some other leagues, so we kind of went full force and really had a dominating win. And I see here we actually have weekly awards. Let's check out. I do this live with you guys as I look at it myself. So we have on both sides of the ball, for the second time in a year, Alex Collins, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, 21 carries, 192 yards, and 4 touchdowns, 1 reception, 4 receiving yards. And CJ Mosley, the leader of the defense, 6 tackles, 1 sack, 2 INTs, and a pick 6 touchdown there. Let's see, we do have a player negotiation coming up here. Let's see if he'll take that 4-year contract. All right, got him locked up. All right, got a linebacker in there. I typically don't show you guys this, but let's just go. It's gonna do a bit of a longer episode. Gonna go through some of the content. Actually, PML is a content-driven league, so we do have guys that put out all sorts of stuff, podcasts and everything. So I'm gonna actually go through some of that with you guys for this episode. Just switch it up, do something a little bit different. Oh yeah, nice. Got some upgrades. It's always nice when you do your upgrades for you get someone as an upgrade. Nice. Right guard. Back up right guard. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I mean to do agile. That's fine. He's probably not gonna see the field. Hopefully he doesn't see the field anytime this year. 6'7" overall. TBJ, man, just got injured in 2 plays last time. We gotta get his injury up, man. It's just so frustrating. Cannot get this guy in the field. I had high hopes. Break tackle, like his ratings is so nice. I really had high hopes for him coming into the season, rookie of the year and all that. And with that speed, definitely be a difference maker. But that injury, he just has not been able to stay healthy on the field. You gotta just get his injury up somehow. It's just it's been tough, man. I think this guy in practice mode that I've had, no time I've had him, he's a major difference maker. Just he's one of the first running backs I've seen this game and this year that will change defensive angles. You can get him on the outside. I've seen defenders have the angle, and because he's so fast, it will mess their angles up. And I'm like, yo, like that's real speed right there. So this week we have the Browns, and we expected a really good game. Had a good game with them last season. This year it was a bit of a blowout there. But who knows? We blew out the Bengals in week 1, and then they came back and beat us in week 3. So some guys might come make some adjustments, and then it might be a more competitive game. Who knows? So we'll see. Lamar Jackson did not have a great week last week, but the running game was so dominant. So we got a little bit of content here. One of our users, actually the Nefarious, the Pats coach, he did the projecting the AFC division winners here, and so what he has so far, he predicted the AFC East will be the Buffalo Bills. Let's actually go there. He predicted the Bills to win because of Josh Allen and Deebo Samuel, the rookie wide receiver, has been doing his thing, and they're putting up 30 points per game. And also they added Adrian Amos in the offseason, who has 4 interceptions already this early in the season. They're at 4-0. And the runner-up, he has the Patriots himself, which I think is a pretty shocking choice there. I think he's just betting on himself because I don't see that happening. I definitely think the Jets is going to take this one. And AFC West, let's see here. He has the Chiefs predicting to win that. Finn, the guy who did the Finn on Football radio show and going to do some of the halftime highlights and stuff, actually has the Chiefs. He's a really good player. And, with Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, and he actually drafted Greedy Williams on defense, 6'3", 184 pounds, blazing speed cornerback. On defense, he's been playing lights out and really demolishing the competition. You can see there his points for, points against, and the runner up there he had is the Raiders at 3-1. We actually played them in the preseason and had a pretty dominant game versus them, but they seem to be doing well in their own division. And of course, going to the, we'll see ours for last there, AFC South, Houston Texans That's actually a pretty tight division. AFC South, he has the Houston Texans taking the division. Last year they went 11-5, and well as of course they got J.J. Watt and Clowney. We actually faced them in the playoffs there, and they have good defense and good offense on both sides, so they're a team to watch out for. And Tennessee and the Tennessee Titans as well at 3-2. Well, Derrick Henry is just a total workhorse. He got that boy going. Mariota turns the ball over a bit much. That hurts him, but with that running game, and he plays solid defense. So, and last, save the best for last, the North. Who is the king of the North? He predicts us, the Baltimore Ravens, after going 16-0 last year regular season, dropped in the Super Bowl, 18-1. We did take an L to the Bengals there so far, with Lamar having a tough game with the 5 interceptions. But we still get bounced back. He does mention TBJ. Hopefully that he, once he sees the field, he's going to be a nightmare for the opposing defenses. And he has the Bengals being the runner-up there in the division. The Steelers, surprisingly, another new user that came in with some hoopla about how good he was right now. A lot of times, a lot of guys think they're really good. Some players, they come in at the PML and then they take some L's. So we still have a couple spots open. Make sure you guys go ahead and join the league and see how you can do, see how you stack up, and possibly if we go head-to-head, be featured on the channel as well. So let's take a look at just general. Let's take a look at the general stats. I know we're doing terrible defensively. Offense, Cowboys #1 offense in the league right now. They have a good balanced passing and rushing attack. We are second. Baltimore Ravens. Then come the Seahawks, Eagles, and Browns. So Browns one of the better offensive teams in the league there. And let's take a look at the defense. We are, after being dominant last year, we are nowhere to be found this year. Chiefs, Steelers, Bills, the Jets, and the Falcons. Two AFC East teams in there in the top 5 there, and it's just really dominated by the AFC. And we have a lot of trash talk in the chat there about AFC versus NFC, and AFC really is just oh, actually we're not too far down. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're top 10 at least. As poorly as we've played, to still at least be in the top 10 is pretty remarkable. Defense has been abysmal this year. Compared to last year, but we're working through it. Hopefully we can make some coaching changes, maybe bring a little more heat than we are doing, and we get better on defense. So that's let's take some player stats real quick, and then we'll get into the game. Lamar, 12 interceptions. I'm sorry, 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. 5 of those came in one game, so he's not playing terribly. Just gotta just work on being smart, and he's got to really work on hitting those deep balls. So I think Collins getting started on the running game will help with that. Even maybe getting Jackson more involved in the running game to have that threat where people have to start using a spy when they haven't been. So like mix it up. All my receivers, no one is really standing out too crazy there. Brown, Hurst, Snead in action. Nunwa got to get more involved. Only 9 catches on the season. Montgomery and Alex Collins do like using the running backs, and want to get Warren involved there as well. I'm going to sub him in some shotgun packages to use some of that 88 speed that he has at a tight end spot. I think we can get some mismatches there. On the defensive end, total tackles led by Captain CJ Mosley at 31. And let's see for sacks. Brandon Graham, the free agent we brought in last season, is playing well. Pierce, Mosley, Young. Need to get more out of Judon. It's just, he not have a... Wow, really? Am I missing Judon right now? Oh, there he is. Okay. Only 2 sacks on the season. I have been dropping him in coverage more. Maybe I'll go in and switch him. I'll have him in nickel as the drop back linebacker, because he has that 80 zone. So he's so good in coverage, dude. Maybe I need to utilize his rushing skills. That's maybe, where we're kind of lower in sacks, and I think that lack of pressure is really hurting us on defense, not being a top, being top 10 instead of top 3, how we were, or top 1 really pretty much all last season. Jimmy Smith at free safety has been a complete success. He has been so dominant at free safety. Like, I do not worry about people throwing deep over the middle. Jimmy just comes off the hash, or he just, man, he's all over it. You know, it's been times where guys have caught the ball on him, or like he doesn't have that hit power to knock it loose. But as far as being a ball hawk, Jimmy Smith has been. I mean, I'm shocked how well he transitions from corner to free safety, especially with that 6'2". He goes up for those jump balls. He just, you know, that's mine all day. And of course, CJ Mosley, all over the field. I user him. 6 interceptions, no surprise. Continuing his dominant play from last season, being the PML All-Pro team that he made there. Young, Bradley, yep, everyone's looking pretty good there. So I think it's the pressure. There's something we need to work on, or you know, we'll get better on that as the season goes. Just adjusting. You know, when Madden comes out with new patches, you know, things change, and you have to adjust your gameplay accordingly. So that's pretty much it. Let's get right into our action versus the Browns. Welcome to week 6. This exciting matchup with the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. This series has been a good one. Earlier in the year, Baltimore just totally controlled and dominated the game, but typically it has been a close game in this series. The Browns being one of the better teams in the league, and Baltimore being the Super Bowl runner-up, if that's the thing, last year. Starting off early, handoff up the middle to Nick Chubb for 3 yards. It's very important for Cleveland to try to establish a running game to keep that Baltimore defense at bay. Handoff to Chubb again. Looks like he finds some running room outside. Bulldozes his way for a first down. Great start for the Cleveland offense. Off tackle, taken down by CJ Mosley for a loss of 2 yards. Mosley, the marquee guy on the Baltimore defense, as they go for a play action. He has a man deep. It is completed right over Humphrey with the speedy John Ross. 1st and 10 Cleveland. Dropping back. Oh, he's hit. Oh my gosh. CJ Mosley dropped the wide open pick. Pressured. 2nd and 10. And Mosley does not drop this one. Intercepted by CJ Mosley. 1 tackle for a loss, an interception already on the day in the first quarter. The Pro Bowl linebacker is always at his best in big games. Jackson with the audible. Off tackle. The Collins, he breaks into the open. 1 man to beat. And they just take him down with a game tackle, a run of 23 yards on his first carry of the day. Handoff back to Collins. And no gain there. Everyone knows how important the running game is to Baltimore. So they're going to try to establish that early as Jackson takes off himself. Gets the first down with his legs, a run of 18 yards on the play. Drop back. Looks like good coverage there. He's going deep. Almost intercepted. Went to the one-on-one coverage, but Cleveland's defensive speed made up for that. Almost picked off. 2nd and 10. Throws an absolute bullet into coverage to Snead. His clutch receiver comes down with that. Give him a first down, and off tackle back to Collins. And he, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Collins just run through the entire defense of the Cleveland Browns. If they can't tackle better than that, it's going to be a long day for Cleveland. 2 guys all over them, and they just cannot hold on. They reach for the dreads, but they didn't grip them hard enough. Off tackle to John Ross, taken down. Baltimore up 7-0 early on, but Cleveland has moved the ball on the ground. Off tackle again, and Mosley is there for the stop. Brings up a 3rd and 4. Making audibles. Oh, nice move there on the spin, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see what that is. Illegal block in the back. Brings them back. Makes it a 3rd and 8 when they had a first down. Go back to the run again, and not this time. Tim Williams takes him down, so they're forced to punt. That block in the back could be huge there. Every possession counts in these tight games in the AFC North. Lamar Jackson with the audible. Play action. He's rolling out. Jackson over the middle. Oh, and John Brown comes down with the contested catch after a big hit. Jackson's on the move. Out to the flat to Tony Brooks-James, the rookie, the speedy rookie there out of Oregon. He's trying to make some big plays today for Baltimore. Hand up the middle to Brooks-James, and he has some room there. Not known for his interior running, but a great run on that one. First and goal, man in motion. Jackson's back. Throws into coverage. Almost picked off on the play. Gives them a second and goal here. More motion by Baltimore Ravens. And the fake. Jackson's rolling out. Oh, big hit there. Takes a shot as he just picks up a yard. Third and goal. Rolls out again. Good coverage by the Browns. He had no one open. The Ravens have to settle for a field goal. That has been a problem with them last year and this year. Just their offense just getting stopped in the red zone. So gives the ball to Cleveland. 6 minutes left in the game. Spread them out into the 5 wide. Look at the touch pass from Baker Mayfield to his tight end Njoku, one of his favorite targets. First and 10. He's back again. The play wide open. John Ross down the sideline. Looks like the fake from Baker Mayfield. Totally faked out the corner. Quick strike offense makes this a game at 10-7 in the second quarter. Jackson, the play action, he's rolling out. Looks like he's going deep. Intercepted. Lurked by the linebacker there. Great play by Schober, getting deep on the crossing route, coming up with that turnover back to Cleveland. They go back to the running game with the power off tackle, but that is shut down by C.J. Mosley and the family. Second and 11, motion out. Hits the running back. Ooh, makes a move on Judon, but the rest of the guys are there to clean up. Third and 11. With the audible on this one, brings a man in motion. As time winds down, he hikes the ball out to the flat to Njoku, but just short of the first down. Ball back to Baltimore. And Lamar Jackson, after throwing an interception, can he get things together and be more consistent? Oh, good pressure there. They sack Jackson and take him down. Brings up a 2nd and 17. Nice blitz by Cleveland. More pressure. Jackson fumbles. And it's a touchdown to the Browns. Everything is going wrong there. 14-10. And Baltimore's back. Tony Brooks-James off tackle. Oh, and they barely get him. Take him down. He looked like he had a huge run there, but he stopped short. Motion out to TBJ outside. Drops back. Jackson rolls out. Takes off and takes a big shot, but picks up the first down on the play. Cleveland rotating their coverage over. Hands off right up the middle to Tony Brooks-James, and look at the rookie go. 45 yards on 3 rushes. He's having a great day so far. Out to Collins. It's a very dynamic duo in Collins and Tony Brooks-James. 20 seconds left in the half, and Baltimore does call a timeout. Jackson's back, throws underneath to his tight end Hurst, who's taken down inbounds. They're going to go with a hurry up instead of just 3rd and 1. Looks like they're trying to get it a little bit close for the field goal. One more play up the middle to Montgomery. He's taken down at the 9. Harbaugh just gets the timeout in for the field goal. Baltimore stopped again in the red zone. That is the halftime show sponsor. Here we go, coming from Cleveland Tourism.
Fun times in Cleveland again. Still Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Under construction since 1868. See our river that catches on fire. It's so polluted that all our fish have ate. It could be worse though, at least we're not Detroit. We're not Detroit!
Thanks to our sponsors for the city of Cleveland and their tourism. Come to Cleveland. They're not Detroit. And so we got the kickoff. Baltimore actually down, losing 14-13 to the Browns, who played a pretty good half so far. Lamar Jackson struggled, but the running game has been good. But Collins is not good on this play. He stopped short. 2nd and 10. More motion from Jackson. He's dropping back. Have some pressure there. Throws underneath the Brown. Makes a quick move upfield and picks up the first down. Another big set for the Ravens. Off tackle to Collins. Picks up a block. And can't make the man miss. And Collins and the running games had a good day with both running backs. 2nd and 4. And Nunua comes across on the drag and picks up the first down. 1st and 10. Baltimore is moving. Play action. Lamar Jackson. He's going deep to his tight end in the corner and just can't fit that in there. Good defense by Cleveland. Play action on 2nd and 10. Jackson's taken down on the sack. Brings up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15. Has time. Absolute Dak. Are you kidding me? Tip pass. The Cleveland was all over it, but tipped it into the hands of the receiver. Brings him a first and 10. Jackson takes off. Oh, not known for his strength, but powers down to the 1-yard line. He has not slid all day. Tony Brooks-James in for the touchdown. And they go for 2. Off tackle. And that is totally shut down. 19-14. This has been a great game so far. Back to Baker Mayfield. Oh, off tackle. Something Knight, the backup quarterback, actually tried to go with off tackle, but that was just obliterated by the defense. Play action. He's going deep again. Has John Ross, who has just been toasting the Baltimore defense all day on deep throws. 1st and 10. Look at the pressure is coming, and that looks like Brandon Ingram from his defensive end spot. Gives him a 2nd and 18. And the pressure has been coming from Baltimore. Good coverage downfield. A coverage sack. Tim Williams from the other side. More pressure from Baltimore on 3rd and 23. And he's sacked again. This time he fumbles. And he barely does not. Look, it was Judon. 3 sacks in a row. Backed them up out of field goal range. So they get no points out of that. Baltimore defense steps up again in a big situation. 1st and 10 with Tony Brooks-James in the backfield. Pass out there, and they are all over it. They saw the outside run coming and nothing going on. 2nd and 13. Lamar Jackson pass out to James and to the flat. He looks like he could have had more yards if he would have caught a block downfield. 3rd and 2 up the middle to Collins. Big hole. Breaks it into the open and down to the 49-yard line. Alex Collins having himself a day. 1st and 10. Jackson hands off to Tony Brooks-James, and that is shut down. 2nd and 11. The fake. The pump fake did nothing there. Gives him a 3rd and 8. Has all day, and that was a dangerous throw by Jackson. So Baltimore has to settle for a 3. Both teams playing really great red and green zone defense there and not giving up touchdowns. 1st and 10, pitch outside. Mosley misses. A nice move by Chubb there with 8 yards on the first down. Back to the ground game. Nice move again. Nick Chubb getting it done on the ground. It's a play fake. Out to John Ross. Makes a move. Ross has had a career day so far. It's been torching Baltimore's defense in the play action. Oh, good coverage there. And Pierce takes him down. Looks like they're taking turns in Baltimore getting to the quarterback. And again, another sack. Brandon Ingram has been a terror. 3rd and long. Throws right into the slot. Baker Mayfield but does not pick up the first down. It's going for the 4th and 4 with 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. This is the biggest play of the game. Mayfield's back, and he's taken down on the sack by C.J. Mosley. Who else? Who else makes every big play for Baltimore on the defensive end? But Mosley did it again. Cleveland gonna need to get a stop here. 1 first down just might end it. 2nd and 8. Off tackle to Collins, and that is shut down. 3rd and 10. Big play here. They need a stop. They send pressure. Jackson delivers a strike to Brown, and he has the first down. Huge play, and that is it. That is the ball game. Very tightly contested match. Great game there. The Browns fought, played well, won the turnover battle, but lost the game. The Ravens running game was just running wild there. 166 yards rushing, 178 passing, a very balanced attack. Lamar Jackson, not spectacular, but efficient, but outside of the interception. Alex Collins, the duo of Collins and Tony Brooks-James really won the day there as the Cleveland Browns go down to the Ravens. Really great game. It came down to some big plays, and on defense, who's making those big plays week in, week out? None other than C.J. Mosley, who had himself a day, and that Baltimore the defensive line just really got to the quarterback. So that's it for that game. Let's get into some player upgrades. So Keon Crossan, a good cornerback there, a young cornerback. I actually like my young DBs there. So they got good speed, just need to keep working on them. They're all young guys, so, they're not going to start pretty much. But I think I'm going to keep the same set of DBs for the entire series. Mark Andrews, the backup tight end, need to get his run block up. He's a pretty good his run block is terrible. 58, 59 overall, goes up, gets us some run block there. I mean, have such a good running game. Having three receiving tight ends is pretty terrible. John Simon, one of the underrated guys on the defensive line, week in, week out. He plays a good backup role there. And Ricard, the fullback. Yep, so that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a really fun game. Always love to do this. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn the notifications on for more in the Baltimore Ravens series. This is Natural SGO.